Hey, thanks for dropping by to the Planners on Purpose podcast, created by Naomi Tucker, CMP. Now, this space is for the event planners to encourage and empower you so that you can fully live your life on purpose. So before we dig in, please take a moment to subscribe so you get future shows. Now, here she comes, your host, Naomi.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about how to stand out as an event planner. How do you do this? How do you level up? How do you get seen? I have some tips for you and I'm looking forward to sharing them all with you. But first, let me introduce myself for those of you that do not know me. My name is Naomi Tucker. I am an event professional turned high-performance coach, helping ambitious leaders like yourself build effective time-saving and leadership strategies so that you can manage your many commitments and love the lives you lead. I empower you to be a planner on purpose. So to live on purpose means to intentionally develop self-mastery, to be confident in the vision and goals you have set for your life, and to be a force in moving forward to keep it. That's a planner on purpose. So this episode is all about highlighting intentional steps we take in our lives, stories of other event professionals, and hopefully it will give you some strategies to really help you on your self-discovery journey. It's a little bit of everything. I am so happy to have you here with me today. I welcome you to the Planners on Purpose podcast. Again, we're going to talk about how to stand out as an event planner. And the reason why I wanted to speak about how to stand out as an event professional, because there's really a need to have more event professionals come up in the ranks. There's been so many that have been new to the event industry, so many people that have left or switched positions, and we are just looking for opportunities and ways for people to showcase what they do, showcase all their talents and their skills so they can get recognized and they can move up the ranks. So I am excited to talk about this today. It's all about career development and moving forward, and that is what I feel like we all should be doing. We all should be, no matter what level we are at, whether we're entry level, if we've been in the event planning space for a while, perhaps you're a leader or you're a manager, everyone can use some tips on how to stand out. Because let's face it, sometimes we can get a little bit complacent. We're doing all the things, we're doing our job, we love what we do, and we look up 5 years later and we say, is that okay? Well, for some, it is okay. It's okay to still be where you are, still moving forward, still making an impact. But for others, there might be an opportunity for more. So we're looking at the more. We're looking at how can we expand into the world? How can we stand out a little bit more? So here are some of the tips that I can give you on how to stand out as an event planner. So the first one I have is be a planner of your word. Super, super important, because I can't tell you how many times either I've worked with an event planner or even myself have struggled with being a planner of my word. Now, it's not like it's intentional. It's not like you set out to not do a thing that you say that you're going to do. However, it can come as a consequence of many other things, and maybe many of other things that perhaps are on my list here. So the key to being a planner of your word is, if you're going to do something, then do it. If you need more training, then say it. And if you don't understand something, tell someone so that you can understand. This all helps with ensuring that you are putting out there what you're going to do. You're saying what you say what you mean, and you mean what you say, and that you're a planner of your word. I know that there's so many times that we might agree to do something, and because of what's on our desk, because of the world getting in the way, so many things getting in the way, we always use that B word, busy. We get so busy that we're not able to do it. It's very important to be a planner of your word, because when you are, then others can see that you have followed through on the thing you said you were going to do, and they are able to give you more. They're able to trust you more. So being a planner of your word is super important, and it's okay because we all get into a situation where, hey, we're just too busy or we just couldn't do that. And I think that we need to give ourselves a little bit of grace when it comes to that. But there are some times where if you're consistently not being a planner of your word, that it can have profound impacts. And sometimes that impact could be not being recognized for your next big leap, your next big advancement. So making sure that you're a planner of your word. The next one is offer your input and suggestions. And this is huge. It's huge because everyone needs input. Everyone needs suggestions, creative ideas, different ways to do things, different processes, ways to do it easier, ways to make things more simple. And many times we have the opportunities to do that. Think of different team meetings that you may be in, or different departmental meetings, or even just your meeting that you're doing with your client as a planner. So many times I know that people ask, what are some suggestions? Or people ask that they would like to change up a process. What would be your suggestion? Stand up in those moments. Try not to shy away from those moments and not say a thing, because it could be your suggestion that offers so many people liberation on what they are wanting to do. So I would say if you do have some input and suggestion, go ahead and offer it. And on the flip side, try not to offer input and suggestions that aren't really solicited, because that might not go over so well. It might look like stepping on someone's toes. Ask for permission first before offering that suggestion. Ask them, say, hey, can I offer you a suggestion? Ask for permission before you offer your suggestion so that it is received as the good intent that you are wanting it to be received in. I can't tell you how much I've been able to make a process easier because of those who showed up, said it wasn't working when I asked and offered suggestions. So definitely do that. So the next one here is figure out how to manage your time well. Ooh, now I know this is a good one because this is something that I coach people on all of the time. We are all busy. I totally understand it. Many of us are working to the point of burnout, and it's really can be tough in order to manage your time well, but it is possible. And it is something that we need to get better at managing our time, especially when we have so many demands that are on us. However, if we don't manage our time well, sometimes it can implicate others, and it can implicate what's on their desk and what they're looking to get done. So it is the best thing that you can do to manage your time very well. And if your company puts a lot of events and a lot of events on your plate, if they do, then that means that that is the standard of your company. You have to find out a way to make it work. And again, this can be hard. And sometimes we need a coach or someone to guide us and help us with how this structure would work for us so that we can come up with a new structure and a new plan for how we go about our days. If you are looking for this kind of help, I certainly can help you. Definitely reach out to me, but don't find yourself in a position where you're not being afforded opportunities or you're not being seen as dependable because you're not able to manage your time well and you're just stuck. You're stuck in a particular position that you can't get out of. Procrastinating is not helpful for you. Pushing things aside will not be helpful. So making sure that you figure out how to manage your time well is going to be key. So find ways, delegate, find things that you work on best so that you're spending your time on the things that work for you, not you working for it. All right, so the next one I have is tie up all of your loose ends and do transition well. Oh my goodness. This one is so key. There's so many moving parts that are happening in the event planning space. And many times we find ourselves planning an event with a client, but let's say we have to transition it because of some way or another to another planner, or we are in a position where we ourselves have to step away. So we have to transition things. Maybe you are getting that new position and you have to transition what's happening in the old position to someone else. Well, when you do it well. If someone needs you to help with them on a program, when you step into it, make sure that you're stepping into it well, you're getting all the information you need in order to execute it. The same way if you have to transition to someone, because no one likes stepping into any dog poo, right? You don't want to step into things that just aren't pleasant. So making sure that you create the environment where it is received well, people have all the information that they need. Any of the tough conversations that had been had, that they're communicated so that person is set up mostly for success is going to be key. Okay, so the next one is to communicate. Give people as much information as possible. Making sure that you're not waiting for any issues to pop up, being open, being transparent, and communicate early and often as you can. It's certainly going to help you stand out. You're seen as someone that has transparency. You're seen as someone that is dependable. And you're also just seen as someone that is giving the information that whoever that you are sharing it with needs to do their next step. Not hiding things if there's tough conversations that need to be had or tough areas with any kind of client that needs to be discussed. Not hiding it, definitely being open to communicating that is also going to be very, very key for you as well. The next one is lean into opportunity. So when your organization needs help, go ahead and help if you are able to. If someone needs support, help out and do it. Raise your hand and be seen as someone that can take over, that can help, that can do it well, that can be dependent on. That's so important because when an opportunity does arise in organizations where maybe there's a new position, they will possibly even see you as someone that has stepped in often to help, and that this gap might be something that you are able to fill. So definitely lean into the opportunity that you have in front of you. The last one is earn a certification or a designation. There's so many to choose from. You can Google some of the really nice designations that are out there, and certificate programs. Those can help make you stand up and stand apart from the crowd when it comes to event planners, especially if it's in somewhere that you want to be. So if you want to be more of a virtual event specialist, well, go ahead and look at that digital certificate that you can get that helps you bring you a level up to get that position, right? And then maybe if you want to be seen more as a planner that knows things and make it easier for you to get a position, or perhaps be in a certain bracket of income or salary, maybe you want to go for your CMP. A CMP is something that I did a long time ago. I have been a CMP for a while. I've recertified twice and I've taken the test, and it is something that has really given me so many opportunities. So perhaps even getting your CMP is something that is a good thing for you, and it will help you if you're up for a job or a new job or a promotion, and you also get to meet other people that are doing it. So that also helps you level up as well. If you are interested in getting your CMP and you are ready to go and you've gotten approved and you're ready to move forward with studying for your CMP, Planners on Purpose has a study group. It's offered in spring and in fall. I think we're enrolling right now for our spring program. So go ahead to plannersonpurpose.com/CMP to learn more. Well, those are some ways that you can stand up and stand out as an event planner. What do you think? Do you have any to add? I would love to read about them in the comments. So thank you so much for listening today. And if you have anything else that you would like to hear on the podcast or any subjects that you would like me to cover, definitely leave that in the comments as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, stay on purpose.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, hit the like button and tell us how much you enjoyed the show by leaving a message in the comments. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.